That was something rare to see for me. Theoretically, the chance for me to meet a Hungarian girl in this world is 1/1,777. But it happened on me. On the first day of the course, a girl sat next to me, so I started a small conversation with her. Right after she told me her name was Alice and she's Hungarian, I greeted her with Hungarian. Jó reggelt basically means good morning. But she stood up immediately from the chair, staring at me with unbelievable eyes. She never ever thought an Asian would speak Hungarian, even at greeting. You speak Hungarian? Yes, I said, a little bit. And she began to smile, and I knew I unlocked an immediate friendship with her, just as simple as within a greet. Not recently, but I discovered a thing which I call backflip factor. It basically indicates the possibility of a group of people to do backflips when you're speaking their language. Eastern Europeans, of course, Russians, those Russian girls I mentioned before. Still in Japan, my summer school took us to Kamakura for a visit. At the Kamakura Great Buddha, my Mexican friend Abraham introduced me to his friends. I myself am not as outgoing and confident as Dearman or Yehuda. So I just walked towards them and greet them with a simple, "Hi, I'm Victor. Nice to meet you. Where are you guys from?" But to my surprise, she answered passionately, "Oh, hi, I'm Anna. I'm from Russia. Nice to meet you." "Oh, Russia. Здравствуйте." I responded immediately. A big smile suddenly appeared on her face. "Ooh, здравствуйте. Your Russian is really good." "No, it's not." Her facial expressions made her seem like she was using all her strengths to resisting the urge of doing 500 backflips all the way from Tokyo to Osaka. And her Turkish friend came by, and we shake hands, and I just greet her with "Merhaba." I can tell that she was using her strengths to resist the urge of doing the Zeybek dance immediately and to offer me a whole rod of dinner. From that on, we chatted a lot about cultural differences and how they like Japan and that kind of stuff. And the nervousness just went away naturally. Knowing how to greet people in their language could bring up a terrific topic for starting a conversation. And I was fascinated by how this backflip factor actually worked and how my language passion helped me make new friends. Another story about me using my language passion making new friends happened in June 2024. I went to Bosnia and Herzegovina with my father. I promise you, Bosnia is one of the most worthy visiting places in the world, and it is extremely underrated. At Sarajevo, the capital of Bosnia, we were taking a cab from our hotel to the old town of Sarajevo. On the road, I turned on my social beast mode. I started to greet the cab driver with a "Zdravo" first, which basically means hello. And he replied "Zdravo" too, with a surprising face. I knew we were connected. So I continued my second sentence. "Živela Bosna," which basically means "Long live Bosnia." It is a crime to not say something good about this beautiful country with gorgeous nature. He looked at me on the rearview mirror with a more surprised face. Hvala, Živela Kina." He blessed me back with a "Long live China" too. And well, I can't let him underestimate me, so I follow up with a "Živela Alija Izetbegović." Alija Izetbegović was the first president of Bosnia and Herzegovina. But to my surprise, he sighed. Well, my friend, you win. I don't know who your first president was. On the road, we chatted a lot about Bosnian War and the siege of Sarajevo. I had a really pleasant chat with that guy, and it all started with a simple hi in their language. Zdravo. The reasons why learning a language is not just, is because it is highly related to its culture, history, and music. Learning a language is not just learning a language, but also a unique experience to sampling another culture. People love to say things like, it is not okay to become an interpreter because you will get unemployed immediately once you graduate. It is useless to learn a language because AI knows every language exists. Guys, I know it sounds kind of nerdy, but it is not always true. The sheer delight and satisfaction gained from language learning is unique. Take the word defenestration as an example. How many of you actually know what the word means? It literally means to throw somebody out of the window. It stuck with me forever at the first moment I heard it. The origin of this word was from the defenestrations of Prague. And there were 3 defenestrations happening in Prague, which made Prague the most defenestrated place on the planet. Briefly, on May 23rd, 1618, a Protestant Bohemian noble were angry at the Catholic ruler Ferdinand II for threatening their religious freedom, so they defenestrated 3 Catholic officials. Remarkably, all 3 survived, but this act directly cost the 30 Years' War. This story told us not to be too close to the windows when you're visiting the Czech Republic. And see, just by this little tiny word, you had a journey in language, etymology, and history. And you really enjoyed it. So, don't be waiting and start to learn something about a language today, even from your own language. Thank you.